All right, so today we're diving deep into this article called The Power of Choice. And it's from innerway.com.oco.
Right.
And it's from March 25th, 2025. So pretty recent.
Very recent.
And we're going to explore this concept of, like individual power to shape our lives. And, that whole idea that every moment we're faced with a choice.
Right.
And it's those choices that build our present and future. So
Absolutely. Yeah. And it's interesting because the article, like right out the gate, it just throws us right into that, like constantly having to make decisions.
Yeah.
It says like in every moment there is a choice to go this way or that way, to become the best version of oneself or not.
Yeah.
To like rise above or conform to the crowd.
To conform.
And it's like, whoa, hold on. Are we really like conscious of all those little decisions?
It's true.
All those micro decisions.
It's not always just like the obvious crossroads in life.
Right, exactly.
It is a lot of these daily little decisions. And the article really emphasizes that choosing to push ourselves to think independently.
Yeah.
And you mentioned that rise above or conform idea. And I thought that was really interesting.
Yeah, it's a powerful one.
What are some of the subtle ways we're kind of nudged towards conformity without even realizing it?
Yeah.
And how can we maybe become more aware of those moments where we actually do have a genuine choice?
Right. Yeah. Like, how do we even recognize that there is a choice to make sometimes?
Exactly.
And it's interesting, too, because building on that whole awareness thing.
Yeah.
The article then says like this huge statement.
Yeah.
Just throws it out there.
Yeah.
One is powerful beyond belief.
Right.
Like, whoa.
Yeah.
And it's almost like it's saying we always underestimate our own power.
Yeah.
Our own ability to make choices and to shape our lives.
And to have impact. Right.
Exactly. And the article talks about this thing about not wearing an egoic mask, which is like, that kind of facade we put on.
Right.
Maybe because we're afraid or
we want to fit in.
We want to fit in. Exactly.
Yeah.
And it says like, don't hide.
Mm-hmm.
Like one is a great being of significance in the universe born with purpose.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
That's a big statement.
It is a big statement. And it makes you think like, how often do we actually walk around feeling that way?
Right. Are we living up to that?
Exactly. Are we living up to that?
Yeah.
That potential.
That inherent power.
Yeah, exactly.
So it goes from, our individual power to then the ethics of our choices.
Right.
So it highlights the choice to stand up and do the right thing or to adopt a herd mentality.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a powerful distinction.
It is, yeah.
Because it's not just about us.
Right.
It's about the impact we have.
On the world around us.
On the world, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's something we maybe don't always consider. Like, it makes you think about those times when we choose the easy way out or the less courageous path.
Or we just go along with what everyone else is doing.
Yeah.
Because it's easier.
Because it's comfortable.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the article is saying, like, those choices, they add up.
Yeah.
They really define our path and our legacy.
Right.
And it says, by choosing integrity, authenticity, and courage, one leads the way towards a better world on Earth.
It's like a ripple effect, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like our individual choices actually matter in the grand scheme of things.
They ripple outwards, and they contribute to this collective well-being.
And this is where I think it gets really fascinating.
Okay.
The article takes this like really optimistic view.
Right.
And it says, one is here to lead the way to a new future of freedom, prosperity, and abundance for all.
Wow.
It's here now. Like it's not
some far off thing.
It's not some distant utopia.
Yeah. Well,
it's saying it's being created right now.
In this moment.
Yeah. So what role do we play in all of this?
Right. Well, it's saying that we each play a vital role. Okay.
And it really emphasizes that by embracing our power.
Yeah.
Living with purpose. Yeah. Acting with love.
Yeah.
Those are the keys.
Okay.
And it's a very direct call to action. It's saying the time is now to step into leadership and make a difference.
Yeah.
Like it's not waiting for someone else to do it.
We have to do it.
We have to do it both individually and collectively.
So it all comes back to that idea of choice?
It does, yeah. It all circles back.
Which we talked about at the beginning.
Full circle.
Full circle.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the article ends with this powerful line. It says, stop reacting to the outside world. Take a deep breath and start responding in a mindful and conscious way.
Yeah.
So it's not about just letting things happen to us.
Right.
It's about choosing our responses.
It's about being intentional.
Yeah.
And it's interesting how it connects that shift to this idea of creating a new future.
Right.
Like by choosing our actions rather than just reacting, we actually contribute to a more positive outcome for everyone.
So to sum it all up,
Yeah.
the article is really saying we have this power
We do.
to shape our lives and our future, and it comes down to the choices we make.
Every single day.
Every single day, every single moment.
Yeah, even the small ones.
Even the small ones.
Yeah, and that makes me think, like, what's a choice you're going to make today? Even a small one. And how might that ripple outwards?
Yeah.
You know, like thinking about what this article said, how might it contribute to creating that new world that it's talking about?
Yeah. It's a good question to consider.
It is a good question to consider.
All right. Well, thank you so much for diving deep with me today.
Thanks for having me. It was a good one.
It was a good one.
Yeah.
That's The Power of Choice from Innerway.com from .okpymit. Check it out.
Definitely.
See you next time.